Thus far, we've still not heard from Block. You've reached out, many other people have. What do we know in terms of other implications to the business model here? Because we know that there's been regulatory concerns, shall we say, versus PayPal's Venmo and the likes.
Yeah, I think there's a few different pieces that I think folks are really keying in on with this. I mean, I think any implication that criminal actors are using Block's Cash App to facilitate their transactions is, really bad news. I think that's when you get regulators looking at you. They could impose different kinds of penalties, whether that's monetary or, different remediation activities. So that's something that investors will really key in on and want to see further proof of, and probably hear from the company on, if whether or not this is true, obviously, first, but if it is, what steps are they taking to try and stop that? So I think that's probably the number one thing folks are keying in on. And a lot of the other stuff that they laid out is stuff that was probably a little bit known by the investor community, but seeing it all laid out in, this very lengthy report at the end of a 2-year investigation, it is sending kind of chills through not just Block stock, but really the entire payments industry.
Well said. Interestingly, this is a company that has fallen from grace in terms of a market capitalization perspective since the area of 2021, when we were still very much caught up in COVID concerns. Was that to do with some of these worries around the broader ecosystem and ultimately governance of it?
No, so I think it's another example where, you've got a macro issue weighing on a stock, which is during the pandemic, Block and all of the other big payment processors saw volumes really balloon because folks were trapped inside and suddenly spending a lot more money, online and doing a lot more online shopping, and doing a lot more mobile money transfers. So Cash App has really taken off in the past few years. But that's slowed down, just it's hard to keep lapping such intense growth. And so they've had to lean on new areas. And so that has just been a broader overhang on the entire payment sector, and it is not Block specific. What is Block specific today is this accusation, from Hindenburg that we could be seeing widespread fraudulent use of Cash App. And that's something that, it would be very specific to this company and is why their stock is down, as much as it is today.